Good night, everybody. I am on live to talk about anything, basically. So mental health, the videos that I posted, the nails, anything like that. I have to focus on mental health because, I mean, it's what's most important. That was the experience that I had. So, that's the only avenue that I really have to start. Recover from mental health, help people recover from mental health, and then whatever happen after happen. Vibes, thanks. If I ever read up on personality types, yeah. So I do psychology in sixth form. So you had to cover personality types when we was doing that. I have a basic knowledge of psychology. I'm not a degree holder or anything like that. I just do it in sixth form. So I know a bit about like the baseline things that you would know about psychology. Not a problem, Renata. Comments like that will help me continue to do it. It's motivate me now. I don't like to just stare at all and asking no questions. So right now in the lead it's Pet's house, and second is perpetual mental health. Just to give all an update, but still waiting on like some more time to pass before I actually come up with that, and then hopefully we could get the name settled on, and we could register it and that type of stuff. This is my company as much as it's all your company, so that's why I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, and I try not to make myself nervous either, because I do it kind of instantly and without writing down things and without thinking, and I don't normally do that, right? I just from talking to everybody and thing, I just started to feel compelled to do it, and I was like, okay, anything you're feeling this strongly about, you have to find a way to be able to survive while you're doing it, and for it to feed your survival. So I just decide we're gonna start a company. Me and everybody else on TikTok and everybody on Facebook and everybody who come to help the cause, we'll start a company. Yeah, people are ignorant to mental health issues. You are right. Thank you for your support, Jerry. I appreciate it. Blessed good night. User number. Good night, sleepy. Oh, for you who saw the video at the right time, I think that keep happening because real people message man was like, just yesterday my family member wasn't end up in St. Anne's, and then I end up seeing your video, and that kind of vibe. So that kind of synchronicity happening real nice, and it making me feel good, and once it making all you feel good, then all are we doing the right thing in some way. I'm not saying we perfect, but in some way we doing the right thing if we feel good, Perpetual mental health for the winner, and Jackie. Love you too, Atlas. Oh, I don't want to see my nails. Yes. Okay. These are my nails. Oh gosh, the bright light, the light right in it. And there's the thumb. And I do this so that I could be good job with attitude, and fuck you with attitude. So yeah, that's why I choose those fingers. It's about the mental health video you did. What about the mental health video, Chi? Good night, everybody. Yes, the medication did have after effects on me. When I first decided that I was, well, not a lying, I never decided I was going to take medication first. I was put into rehab for 3 months and they forced me to take the medication because the doctors tell them that I'm bipolar, right? So during that 3 months, well, not even during the whole 3 months, within the first week and a half, I realized I wasn't number two in anymore. I also realized that like my stomach was real hurting. I realized that, I don't know, like I was seeing blurry. So I tell them about it and they was like, well, certain times when you start a medication, it does have them effects on you, etc., etc., etc. So I asked them if I could stop taking it. They tell me no. So during rehab, I started to hide the tablets, like underneath the plate and them kind of thing. And they catch me a day. And they was like, well, you had to go back on the tablets. So I only get like 3 days off the tablets. So they put me back on the tablets now. And after about 2 months, well, the second month, my period didn't come. And I telling them about it, and I was like, this is what caused my period not to come. They're like, no, it's stress, whatever, whatever, whatever. I was like, dog, I'm telling you, it's them tablets and tablets killing me. And I put on like about, at that point in time, it was like about 50 pounds in the space of 2 months in rehab, right? And by the 3rd month, I had a womb infection. My period wasn't coming. It didn't come for a good 4 months after that. I was having like bowel problems and something was wrong with my liver. So that was like the worst part, being on that medication. And then when I finally found the medication that worked for me, I stayed on that for a year and I didn't get any side effects. So it's dangerous to be on the wrong medication. That's why I keep expressing to people that in my inbox, if the medication not working and you're still getting symptoms, change your medication. You understand? Don't let nobody tell you, wait some time and, see how it going. If it's not working, if you get yourself at 3 weeks and you find, nah boy, this unsettling, go and change the medication. You don't need to take that for 3 months, I swear. Yeah, Ginger, the pills do have side effects. Hi. I'm not taking any medication now. I eating and drinking. Well, okay, I fasting, but I supposed to be eating and drinking healthy and exercising. That's what I'm doing for my mental health and thinking straight. I haven't had like any episodes or anything like that, so I just holding our faith. How did I eventually get placed on the appropriate medication? I had a friend who I told all my secrets to him, and when I say secrets, it was like the secrets of the day now. Like that particular day, all the voices and thing was real intense. So I just started telling him because he was there with me, and I started telling him what I hearing and what the voices saying and who the voices are. And he was like, well, I tell all of this already. He hold on to me and he was like screaming in my ears and he was like, leave her alone, leave her alone. And that kind of snapped my mind out of it, and I was like, okay, something definitely wrong with me and I need to hush my mouth and study this person who assisted me right now and probably take them on, whatever the case may be. They end up carrying me to St. Anne's after that whole screaming incident, and I had like time to think about it. And when I came out, I went on Clopixel because that was the injection they gave me after. He went and was like, well, this is what she was saying. And, well, yeah, he explained everything that I say to him, to them. And they were like, okay. They gave me a different shot. And as soon as I get the shot, all the voices went away. So I decided I was going to stay on that shot for a year. That's how I end up getting onto the correct medication. How I feeling now after not using any tablets? Okay, I feel like I have to be more mindful of myself because I just don't want to slip back into that state of mind. So I just feel a little anxious sometimes. But I mean, recently, like for the past few days since this whole TikTok thing and everybody, like supporting my story, because I thought everybody would have been like, okay, yeah, she mad. Because on Facebook, I used to post and they used to be like, yeah, she mad. You understand? So now that everybody responding normal, I feel a little bit more comfortable and it reducing my anxiety. So it actually therapeutic. The past few days have been therapeutic. She said this country will send you crazy. Huh? I hear you. Thank you very much, Patricia. I appreciate you. If I am able to tell when an episode is coming. Okay, so what I realize about me is that certain emotions would be heightened when I am about to enter into episode. So I'll start to feel like real sentimental. I'll start to feel like real reminiscent of the past and that type of stuff. And that's like how I know I'm going into, and when I say going into an episode, this is like probably 3-4 weeks before the episode. All of a sudden everything will be like real nice and whimsical and that type of stuff, and then for the next 3 weeks it'll just be imaginary world, la la land. Lead with your strengths. It disappeared while I was reading it. You're in the UK. Good night in the UK. Thanks for taking a little peek at Trinidad. Let me show you what the bush look like. This is bush from Trinidad. It's dark, but yeah, that is the bush. I hope I didn't make you jealous. I know it have concrete buildings when you look around. Yeah, it is peaceful. It is peaceful. We say who I that behind me? You talking English? Why are you always in nature? Since I know myself, I don't know if it have people on this live that know me from long time when I now enter the industry. I was always the ragamuffin in the bush when everybody was prissy and that type of stuff. So I was the one female that was always in the bush, and I will always be in the bush or by the water or on a hill, because that's where I feel comfortable. No jealousy, I'll be home soon. And I'm going to show you again, because I want you to feel sick. I want you to feel sick when you look at a concrete structure. These messages just go real faster. So if you're trying to say something that you find real important, just message me in my inbox and I will get to your message. I set in some goals for myself when it comes to my time management and stuff. So I wouldn't be answering messages past midnight anymore. I'll start at the time I get up, and I'll finish around 10 o'clock. So yeah, I wouldn't do it whole night anymore. Do you drink alcohol? No, I do not drink alcohol. Alcohol brings out the demon in me, and I'm using that word real loosely. I don't want nobody to objectify demon, the word demon, okay? But nah, I don't drink. My daddy is an active alcoholic. If he ever hear me saying that, he will laugh. But yeah, he's an active alcoholic. He's a functioning alcoholic. And I am very susceptible to alcohol, addiction. So just so I don't reach to the point of abusing alcohol, because when I wrong him, I just real drink. I could drink whole day, whole night when I'm with my daddy. But when I'm by myself, I don't. So anyway, yeah. I no, I don't drink unless I'm with my daddy. Have I ever been to other countries? I've been to Canada and St. Vincent. So I've been to Canada, St. Vincent, and Trinidad and Tobago. Those are the only countries I've ever been to. Thank you for the compliments. Good night, Nico Boss. Yeah, St. Vincent. Time to visit Guyana. Yeah. When I was working on 10 TV, we had like these interviews we were doing with different Caribbean countries having like functions and that type of stuff. And somebody was like, we'll definitely do a show in Guyana. And I was like, well, yeah, I'll definitely cover that. But I lost my work before that happened. So I didn't get to travel as a result of being a host. So maybe, I could start to travel now. You never know. Are you related to PeTT Ollivierre? Yes. All the Ollivierres in PeTT, I accept them as my family, even though some Ollivierres married to Ollivierres, but it's not the same family. Yeah, I'm a Ollivierre from PeTT. Good night. If I don't interview artists again, I want to get back into interviewing artists, but remember, at the end of the day, when you go through something and people see you going through it, the first thing that they just think is not to help. The first thing that they just think is to run. So a lot of people don't really interact with me because of the experience I had. So, yeah. Besides music and entertainment, what type of career do I want to have? I want to have a fulfilling career. I want to have a career where I can wake up every day and feel like what I am doing is making a difference and making people happy. That's the type of career I want. I could try to help you, Wilson. You could message me and tell me what's the problem. What can I do if I can't sleep easy at night like 3 a.m.? What are you trying to say? You just fall asleep at 3 a.m. or you just wake up at 3 a.m.? That's very important. Good night and thanks for your sentiments of pride. I appreciate it and I'll keep doing some work to see if I could gain your pride and hold on to it. Hey, no, Miss Lady, go off the live, go and sleep, get some rest. But you work 5 o'clock in the morning. Drink chamomile tea before bed. Yeah, all them bush teas and things is like a nice vibe. It is calm you down. But if it's like actual issue and the tea not helping, you could sit down and just like ruminate on what you like about life, the things that positive in your life. Because it's real easy to sit down and think about negative things and to be frightful and them kind of thing. But like you could spend some time doing that and that does exhaust any fucking body. Trust me. You'll get real exhausted thinking about the positive things. Once you take your time and do it. Sorry for kissing. Cass, what is his name? Kishon. I want to meet you in person someday. Yeah, that'll be a nice vibe. I have a flyer on my page with a hike that I'm going to, I think it's Sunday coming, whenever the second is. And, yeah, some people could come and meet me then. I catching my ass to like keep up with the fact that I had to take all your message and send the girl number to each of all your inbox and them kind of thing, but I will still do it. So whoever wants to come to the hike could come to the hike. You know how to come. since I come out, if I ever went mad, no. I have not been crazy for a year and 3 months. Can you say something funny for a video? Something funny like what you want me to say? What area am I in right now? I am in St. Augustine. Usha, that is I really appreciate the fact that you're feeling sorry that I went through it, but don't feel sorry, because I think everything that's happened for a reason, and I find real positive in what happened to me, which is why I never make an enemy from what happened to me. You see, Brits and all with us feeling sorry. Don't feel sorry. I don't want no sorriness and pity and that emotion. I mean, it have its place, but nobody dead, you know. Thank you for everything you don't help others. All right, thanks. How do you forgive? Here is way the pros and the cons of forgiving. So, okay, let me say somebody thief your phone, right? A pro of them thieving your phone is that now we have a few days until you buy a next phone of, distraction from the internet. Nobody can reach you, them kind of things. The con will be that you're going to have to spend more money to buy back a phone. And, you might have to get back your numbers if you didn't back it up, or whatever the case may be. And you just, you dabble with that a little while. You ruminate on each. Why I saying ruminate so often? I don't know why. But anyway, you think about each side, and then you decide, well, okay, basically, the pros, which will inevitably happen, outweigh the cons. You understand? So, just go with the pros and don't hold on to the cons. If you do that, then you'll frustrate yourself and you'll be angry and you'll be toting feelings. And, toting feelings is what is make bad things happen to you. Most of the time. I'm not saying that, bad things are bad, right? I'm just saying it is make more lessons come in your life then. I'll say it like that. Like more lessons. You say as a real Ollivierre. Yeah, nobody in dead, Everything good. I don't pray, Usha, but I'll appreciate you praying for me. That'll be nice, because then whatever your thoughts about me, if we ever encounter each other, it will always be on a high level in your mental now, because you like to pray and you like to show reverence to your. I don't pray. Somebody want to join my live. I only remember what happened the last time somebody joined my live, unless I talk to them first. Good night. Thank you for saying that I'm very intelligent. No, I don't have a boyfriend. Yes, it's after 12 a.m. I come on live 12 a.m. I'll go and sleep around 7 in the morning. My child don't have school tomorrow, and she not even here. She by her daddy. So, I have no reason to wake up early in the morning. Why don't I pray? I don't pray because of the experience I went through. I had real long conversations with God, and I tell him what I want, and I tell him what I'm going to do to get what I want. And I say everything I had to say to God. So that'll be hypocritical to me to kneel down and pray, unless it's something that new, and I don't understand it and I need guidance or something. That the only time I'll catch myself sitting down and making words come out my mouth that sounding like a requesting something from my invisible force. But other than that, I don't do it. Oh, thank you, Anastasia. I appreciate you. I will carry you on a movie date one day. I am the worst person to carry on a movie date. First of all, well, okay, I'm not bad because of this, but first of all, I want like 4 bags of Skittles. Second of all, I'm not going to watch the whole movie with you. I'm going to be looking all over the place and laughing at things that you don't even understand. I'm going to be scorning the people camera quality if it's bad, or lighting or coloring, or if I see like something in a scene and then it disappear when the camera go away and then come back, I will be like, you didn't see that? This friggin' man hat was twisted inside and now it twisted next way. So I'm the worst person to take on a movie date. Save your chips. Anastasia is the same. You see, well, you understand the vibes, but I don't know. I think it would be annoying to people, so I just avoid saying no and watching movies with people. I just avoid saying no and watching movies on the whole. A walk on the beach type of girl, yeah. I like a walk on the beach. I love a walk on the beach. That's vibes. But we had to be walking and smoking. Or I had to be smoking at least. You don't have to be smoking. Oh, and I have no weed tonight, earlier. So that's why I didn't see me rolling up one to prepare for after I come off this life. The weed man, not by the block. And my brethren who told me he was going to drop a quarter for me, not answering his phone. So I have like 3 cigarettes and I spacing them out for when I start to feel like I really want something. So I'll smoke them cigarettes, so I might scrape my grinder or something. But yeah, I know weed tonight. When you get a car, link me. Do you want to stop smoking? No, I don't want to stop smoking. I ain't reached that age yet. It's not that time in my life yet. I's only 32. I could be old when I need to be old, but when I saying that I'm too young for something, I'm definitely too young for it. I too young to not have a bad habit. You feel like it's like 50 something and spending my whole life in church and quarreling about people trying playing on my lawn? No. That's not. No, smoking doesn't trigger my mental health problem. Here's what has happened, right? When you're going through psychosis, you just smoke more because of the fact that you're not getting high while you're smoking, right? So when you in that altered state, you don't be getting high, right? And it's caused you to smoke more. And when you smoke too much, it just drop your blood pressure. And that is cause you to not think straight. So there's break the connection between your brain and, everything else, like your speech and your thoughts. And you'll be acting out in a very weird way. So smoking can intensify a manic attack if you're having one. But if you're not having a manic attack and it's just like a normal regular day, you could smoke. That doesn't mean that I don't believe in Jehovah. I just said I spend so much time talking to God that God and I have such a good relationship that I don't have a need to kneel down and pray. That's what I said. I said if anything new comes into my path, I will pray. But I don't pray. I haven't done it for a very long time since having all those conversations with God. Some people is need daily reassurance. I just not one of them people, girl. But I do believe it have a God. I never smoke in my life. I choose a better life. Well, I'm glad that we can fail. I hope he's a millionaire. Anyway, what is a manic attack? A manic attack is when you are in a state of, like, you see how you see vagrants on the road quarreling with people and antagonizing them and that type of stuff. That's the best way I could give you an example of a manic attack. They're not all the way there. They might know what they're doing, but they're not actually controlling what they're doing. So it's losing full control of your mental facets and, reacting in a not normal manner. Certain spiritualists does refer to it as rage. If you're doing work on the dark night of the soul and that type of stuff, you're doing shadow work and manifestation, you will encounter the what is call it, I don't want to say entity or spirit, but you'll encounter like a mood, and they call it rage. That is only for the people who walk in that spiritual path. I'm not on the path with all you, so don't feel with partners. I just understand the path, just like I understand religion. You have 127 people viewing. Serious? I didn't know it. Somebody sent me a WhatsApp and it was on top of the thing. Well, good night. Thanks everybody for watching. No problem, Queenie. Queen Lee. You just be up whole night crying. What is be crying over? What are some of the things that make you sad? Good night, Jessie. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, St. Augustine to be exact. For my past and how I live. Oh, okay, so you having problems dealing with sin. You don't understand how to sin and be comfortable. Don't study your past and the mistakes that you make, young lady. You understand? You just pressuring your future by doing that. I know me saying don't study it is not going to be enough for you not to study it. But don't study it. Read it. Read your past. Figure out why you make certain mistakes. Point out the mistakes that you make over and over. You see them mistakes? Understand that those are your trials in life. Figure out why and who will help you get over those trials in life. Like we say you have bacchanal with your mother and she jealous of you or something, and then you're dealing with jealousy from other people. Might be other females, might be other males. Your relationship might be fucked up because you and your mother have that whole jealousy issue. That's all you have to, sorry for cursing, that's all you have to resolve. So, don't study your past, read your past, and it will help you fix your future. Thank you very much. I look like a lady from the Bahamas. Yeah, every night I come on live, I just get like I look like somebody, but like I just always say, this is a Caribbean face, and it all over the Caribbean, all over. That makes sense. No sense. Yeah, exactly. I don't know who you're fighting in the comments, but I will join the fight. You must know if you're smoking. Okay, let me say like somebody gay or black, right? I'll tell you about a time I was in the scrapyard with my uncle. So, this way before I went mad and thing, right? But I was in the scrapyard with my uncle, and we was liming, smoking weed and whatever. And I get like a weed passed to me because the weed now bill and it's going in a rotation. The weed now passed to me. And as I pull the friggin' weed, my brain started tingle. I was like, what is going on here, boy? Like, I just started to feel like a weird kind of high. And I was like, what is this? And I passed the weed and I started to blow out fast. And I passed the weed. And I was like, where's that one? Like, why that weed stink so? And my uncle was like, nah, don't smoke with them. It's probably a black. And I was like, oh, weird dog, roger that. And so you must friggin' know. You must know. Good night, Dwight. What do you suffer from? How do you control it? I don't suffer from anything anymore. So I don't have any need to control it. And I'm very lazy. So I allowed the medicine to control it for me. I waited until I found the correct medicine. And I used it for a year. And now I'm off the medicine. And I'm so lazy. If I realize again symptoms again, I will go back on that medicine. Yeah, Black Chinese. See that thing about not smoking with people? I just real smoke with people. So I can, like, I don't know, like something that just compel me to like share weed. Like, and I'm not talking about it don't have to be that we sharing a weed. I could be smoking and you could be smoking at the same time. But like, just saying down and vibes in with people, yeah, I'll end up sharing weed. Thank you for saying that I'm not lazy and I'm doing what's best for me. Black Chinese learn to build by force. How I learn to build weed, boy? I don't know, you know. I don't know. I don't think I ever had difficulty rolling weed. My child father introduced me to weed. And like, since I start smoking that, I never had like an incident where I had to ask somebody to roll a weed for me or anything like that. He used to roll it in the beginning. And then he teach me to roll it. And after that, I was like a professional. I even rolling weed with these things, you know, just normal. Yeah, dog, sharing weed with people does elevate your mind. It really does. Because sometimes, alright. Anyway, I wouldn't say that. Never mind. But it does elevate your mind. All in asking no questions. So all you gonna see, like when I'm a bad habits, I go and scrape my grinder. All in I go and see the grinder, but my intensity is because I want to scrape the grinder. So I ignore it all for a little while. And talking. So let me talk about addiction, right? Now, addiction, when you have mental illness, is very easy to slip into, right? Now, when I say addiction, I mean abuse of the drug. And we talking about all drugs here. I mean, just talking about weed, I talking about coke, I talking about pills, I talking about alcohol, anything, right? It is cause you to want to abuse your drug, right? Because you'll get excited and you want to excite yourself even more. So, you decide you want to go up or you want to sniff, however the case may be. And that's not the ideal thing to do all the time. But you had to have like a regiment. Once you have a regiment when it comes to your drug of choice, then you can be a responsible adult with it. So, alright, you're a drinker. Know your drinking limit and only drink to your limit. That might sound hard, but it's easier than not drinking at all. So drink to your limit. You're a smoker. Pace yourself. Smoke a half a sheet if you want to, like, you know, smoke a half a sheet. Or smoke a quarter sheet. You know? Just normal. Smoke 4 times a day instead of 8 times a day. And it's not like write it down some friggin' way. So, these things, it is take reinforcement on your own part. You understand? Like, you had to be able to guide yourself and allow yourself to make the decisions, to put these things into a perspective for you. If it's something you like, schedule it into your life. You understand? If you have it lackadaisical and you're just doing it whenever, it has no reverence in it, it has no, you know, profit. Everybody when you call me intelligent always make me blush. Thank you. Thank you, Vincent, for your continued support. Never know, one day I will ask you a favor Because that's the currency in the world that I learned from. That's not the currency in the real world. I want real money, yeah, but I want favors too. I want real favors. What I used to suffer with. Okay, I used to suffer with the symptoms that they say are for schizophrenia. I used to suffer with the symptoms that they say are for bipolar. And I used to suffer with physical pains, like actual, like those thoughts in my mind used to generate pains in my body, like joint pains, random spasms. I used to get seizures. And it's just health-wise, right? Because all I talking about so far on TikTok is like my mind, right? Because your mind is very important. And then my mind was contributing to a lot of the factors that was happening to me, right? So that's why I dealing with the mind. But I get real physical symptoms, yo. Real physical symptoms. Good morning, Keon. If you get a job in the US, I don't understand what you're saying there. What I see is if you get a job in the US and then have a cord in front of the laptop screen so I can see the first part of what you're saying. I'm glad you overcome that. Just hope nothing happens to you again. I am also glad that I was able to reach to this point, and you know, I don't welcome any more weird episodes into my life. Football or cricket. My father, and Azrael talk about my father, but anyway, my father was a cricketer for the West Indies, right? So I don't know if he on this live, but if he on this live, cricket. If he not on this live, football, Manchester United, all the way. And I don't want to hear nothing about nobody else side, because every side is trash except for Manchester United. The end. Yeah, I believe all will be well too, Keon. So I scrape my grinder and there's what I get from it. Not bad. Not bad. Go for it as a publisher. If I want to be a publisher, no, I don't want to be a publisher. How old are you? I am 32 years old. I'm a big, big, big woman. Yeah, Vincent. Yeah, I find I get plenty too. That's why I'm saying you just had to leave your grinder. You just want to knock it out when you're building it, but leave it. Let everything stack up. Because when you're smoking that weed from all the different kind of weed you smoke for the week, and let me say you clean your grinder Sunday or Saturday or whatever the case may be, it's be all the weed from the week and it's be hard, it's bang you up. It's be like, yo, the fuck. How many kids do I have? I have one daughter. Look at next Ollivierre. Good night, Wade. Love in the house from Trinidad. Who's talking to me or them on the live? Because I in Trinidad too. Love, love, love. No, I am not from Southside. I'm from East Trinidad. You young still, you're just 1 year older than me. Well, I mean, when I was walking, you was in Pampers. So I was a big woman and you's a baby. How long now I smoking? I'm smoking since 2008. So that's when I was 18. That's how long I smoke. I'm glad I can entertain you, Anastasia. Okay, well, we're not answering any questions. We're not asking any questions again. Good night, good night. And I'm a bishop's East skill, right? Bishops in tongue, different from bishops in the East. I'm a bishop's East skill. My sign is Libra. I'm a lovely Libra, like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is awesome. Or you should listen to Pick the World Up and drop it on. I can't remember the name of his song, but he's like, pick the world up and I'ma drop it on your fucking head. That song used to really play with my mind. It bad. What day? The 7th of October. So why have you been singing so long? I only sing for 1 year. I only started singing in 2022 and it's 2023. Nah, I don't have no mosquitoes up here. Up here so cold, it is hardly have mosquitoes. I remember living on the flats long time with a mosquito problem, but that has come from big drain and thing. And it's not no big drain up here. It's just bush. So it's not no mosquitoes. Hey, Libra in the house. What's your name? Prudy? What date? If I'm afraid to live here, no one afraid to live here. What you fighting long age? What? So I can't be old by myself, or you had to let everybody know you old like me? Well, alright, word. We went the same school in the same year. We are ancients in the world, in this young TikTok generation. The 14th vibes, that's 2 days, well, I kind of retarded there, but not 2 days after me. That's twice my birthday. So I'm 7 and you're 14. That's cool. If I have any local, no, I don't have any local. You know, long I smoke local. It had to come by, like good local had to come by. Or like I could get bush now, but I don't want a bush. I want either Kush or something premium. Alright, now Starboy, I'll take that. I'll take that, right? Good night, HR. You'll call me Monday. Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll answer my phone. Thank you for the flower thingy, Prudy. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody else who sent it. I just see hers because it's on the thing. I'm from San Juan. Would love to smoke and chat with you. I spent that year that I was in isolation with my friend. I was in San Juan, so I know how to get to San Juan, and it's like a cool, it's a normal commute. So I guess if, we have a reason to... Well, I see your name is DJ Sasha. Is a female DJ or something? Sasha, is you are talking to is a female DJ? Yes, I live with my daughter, but my daughter is by her daddy tonight. Your 3 children are Libras, your house full of love then. That's what it does say. That's what astrology does say. They say Libras come to the earth to judge and love. So yeah. Yeah, female DJ. What? Oh, he's a chef, so why you have DJ in your name? But that's a cool vibes. I mean, when I start back to eat, you can probably cook something for me. That'll be real nice. Or you can teach me to cook something. You know? I have some simple meals I just cook. I like lasagna, so I make lasagna. I like soup, so I make all different kind of soups. I like meat, so I could grill anything. I eat fried chicken from KFC, and that's like about it. But I could grill anything or air fry anything. Yeah, you know. I hate pilau, but I could make it. Yeah. When I start back to eat, I taking fasting for 40 days and just using liquids. So that's what I mean when I start back to eat. So when I break my fast, I'll let you know what's my first meal. I'll record it. Don't worry. September 28th. Hey, y'all. Yes, I hate pilau. And believe it or not, pilau is my initials. My name is Perpetua Elvida Lakita Ordain Ollivierre. Right? So that spells pilau. Not P-L-A-U-E, but if you sound it out, it spells pilau. And I hate friggin' pilau. Unless you put cheese paste in it. If you put cheese paste in the pilau, I'll eat it. But other than that, I hate pilau. Big up all the sappy pilau makers. Yes, put cheese paste in pilau. It is lash. It is real lash, dog. Yes, cheese paste. Believe what I'm telling you. Make the cheese paste nice and seasony and stuff. And put it in the pilau hot. Big up all the Trinity drivers. Alright, good night to all the Trinity drivers. Alright, I would love pilau if you make it. I challenge you to make me love pilau. And follow me. Follow me. I challenge you to make me love pilau. And don't feel sick if I tell you pilau tastes and stink, because I will tell everybody pilau tastes and stink. So you better be good. Yeah, I glad to be in good spirits and smiling and thing too. And you know, nobody ain't saying sorry and all of that. Love a sappy cheese paste. Yeah, cheese paste is lash in all forms. I don't like when people make hard cheese paste. My mother used to do me that sometimes, but I feel it's the cheese. The cheese itself, right? But it used to be hard and you can't spread it on anything, and it's like, why? What is this? This is cheese. How do you deal with your episodes with your daughter? Well, I just avoid her. So if I starting to feel, well, this is back then, right? If I starting to feel a certain type of way, I will call one of my friends and I'll be like, you know, I need to go for a drive, or let me come by you online, and that kind of vibes. I used to have some real good friends in the earlys. They didn't do the thing that I said that was done to help me stop it, but they used to be there to kind of like encourage what was going on, and I never was honest with them to tell them what was going on. So I would hear like voices while they talking to me and thing, but I never question it with them, and I never like make them feel uncomfortable about it. So anyway, so yeah, my friend would have come and pick me up, and I would probably disappear for 2 days or something like that, and then I would come back, and when I come back, I'll come back with like some little gift to give her. And, you know, it'll be like, oh my God, thank you, mommy. Because, you know, children, real materialistic. They are angels and they are blessings, but they're real materialistic. So it's easy to dazzle a child now. So just be like, hey, look a trinket, and the normal. You can only do that until they're like teenagers. When they turn into teens and they start to get their own emotions and ideas and philosophies and stuff, you had to put in a little bit more effort. And I'm again ready to put in that kind of effort. But I used to just be able to disappear and come back with a shiny gift. Thank you. Where did you tell the story of what you did to help you? I didn't tell that story yet. And it might take a while to tell that story because I'm telling 3 years of stories. So TikTok really behind in time when it comes to my confessions, but it had to be like that because, you know, I had to take my time and pace myself when I'm talking about these things because it has certain things that will still make me, you know, like, ways, boy. And I don't want to show that side of it. So I want to be prepared and ready for everything that I'm presenting to the public. Because, like I said from the beginning, mental health real important. And teething out people's head is not something that I want to do in this life. Thank you, Mommy, for appreciating my accent. I got it from Trinidad. Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, you just had to do everything in your own time for real. No, I'm not going through it. I'm not going through any of those emotions that I was going through before. I'm fine now. Ever considered being a speaker? Well, yeah, I have. Alright, good night, driver. Thank you for joining the live. I just be live almost every night, just late. Yeah, Jackie's. Pillow and cheese base. Yes. You said I do remedy. Yeah, I do remedy. What I did today, well, I come off my phone like 5 o'clock this morning and I went on sleep and then I wake up 11 o'clock and then well I bathe and chill, drink some coffee, drink some water, that kind of vibes. Listen to music, write down like some stuff I had to write down from messages that I get. I answer back messages. And then I went and started record. And then when I finish record, I come back inside and I post and I answer more messages and I take some calls. And yeah, now we're live. Your mother and her 3 brothers are diagnosed with schizophrenia. Okay? And what about you? How is your mental state? Because, alright. Anyway, I wouldn't say that, but how is your mental state, driver? Rita, well, she can listen to me whole night, yes? I don't talk all night, I only talk for an hour. Hey, look who messaged me, my word. Yeah, alright, driver. Well, I'm glad to hear you okay. I'm glad to hear that. What you question about yourself when you was 19? Yeah, I just really try to read all the messages, Rita. So thanks for noticing that us do that. Cause I mean, I done talking about mental illness already. So imagine the kind of people that are reaching out to me. I know it have like people who never experienced it who reaching out to me too, right? But just the people who went through it now. Like I know it feels like to message somebody who have like a big page and they leave your message right there, and then something that like you thought you could have tell them because of something they post, or something that they make you feel before and you feel comfortable, and you message them and they leave your fucking message right there. Sorry for kissing. Studying for exams was an overload. Oh, what you was studying? What subject you was studying in school? Can you remember how you were first triggered? I wasn't triggered. I was drugged. And like as soon as I take that psychedelic that I took, I started to have, like very whimsical experiences, and then my mind went into this land for like 5 years. 4 years, sorry. So yeah. A-level lecturer, econ and art. So it's a creative. You dodge a bullet. You dodge a bullet. How art working out for you now? What does do with your life now? Yeah, you know to tell me your mind was like a sponge. I feel it. Yes, it can happen to anybody. It's some people born with it. Some people that just study too hard and it just happens. Some people man does leave them and it just happens. Some people just hit their head on the ground and it just happen. It can happen to a lot of people. It have many more ways that it could happen. Lala. No, I'm not on medication. Whose house at the back? That is an empty structure on my family land. That is where I used to stay when I was going through psychosis. That was my house. Was. Now it's just empty and full of carpets. Good night, chocolate. Ah, yeah, you're a super creative. You're a super creative driver. So, like I said, you dodge a bullet there. But, like, are you famous because of it? Like, are you like a famous musician? Because, I mean, you dodging that bullet could be the reason you're not famous if you're not famous. I don't know. Do you need to be around people? No, I don't need to be around people. I could be by myself for hours. I prefer to be by myself. I just still like, if I align with somebody, I'll try to give them my all. But I prefer to be by myself. I'm a popular abortion doctor. Okay? That's cool. I don't have any problem with abortion because it's the woman's choice. If somebody ever get me pregnant and I don't want to be pregnant, I'll get rid of it. So good night, abortion doctor. What's wrong with you? Nothing is wrong with me. Driver, you're doing writing. So yeah, you real creative. You have a real investigative mind. That's nice. I would like to talk to you one of these days. Read some of the things you write and what some of the stuff you paint and that kind of vibe. Hell yeah, pro-choice. I love you too, DJ. Chef Sasha. Thank you, Yaya. Appreciate your observation. Intelligence is and knowledge is something I'm addicted to, so I like to expand my mind often. So I appreciate when somebody call me smart because it shows that I'm not wasting my time and reading and them kind of thing. Could you relapse? Diagnosis with mental illness is a lifelong diagnosis, so there is the possibility that anybody who is in remission could relapse. Driver, I share in all my experiences on my TikToks. So if I listening to you playing music and I watching your paintings, all you had to do is watch my TikTok and don't ask me questions. Because I hate to answer the same questions over and over. And I ain't gonna ask you nothing about your art neither. If you know, I hate when you write a poem or something and somebody asks you, so what make you write this part? Or in literature when they explain poetry and they explain art and it's like, this is what the writer was thinking and this is what the writer was trying to convey. And sometimes when you meet them writers, that is not what they was trying to say. That is just the interpretation of the reader. Very annoying. So I hate when people critique your art like that, like ask a million questions that they come up with. Just watch it, observe it. What resonates with you resonates. What doesn't resonate, leave that. Yes, I think this forum helps a lot, Nika. And that's a good point. Like, it allows me to express myself in particular ways. And I'm feeling a lot better as the days go by. So, this forum really does help. I salute TikTok and I really hope they don't get banned in the US. Because it would be sad to not have the people from the US on TikTok or not to have the app at all. It would be sad. I studied art for years so I can put myself in the artist's mind and explain. Alright, Pastor. Only certain type of people let's do that, you know. Do you feel shame? Do I feel shame? It will have certain things that I will say that I will feel shame. But then it will have certain people that will be like, hey, me too. And I will feel less shame. So I'm dealing with the shame still. I never run in the road naked, but I run in traffic already. Thinking that like I was testing God now because okay, he was like, you're not going to die no matter what you do because you have a purpose to serve. And I was like, I'm not going to die and I'm feeling so sad and fucking depressed. I go and run in traffic. And every car run in front of stop, like way in front of me now. So I was like, I want to die. And it wasn't happening. So yeah. I run in traffic already, yes. What is with these questions? Nah, normal, leave them alone, normal. That is why I had to scrape my grinder, because when I'm done with my on live, I just feel like, what? What religion are you? I don't have a religion. How many subjects did you do in school? I did 8 subjects in school for secondary school, and then I did 4 subjects in 6th form. If I'm pro-Trump or anti-Trump, let me tell you something. Trump is a darling. He's just a spoiled child. You understand? Anybody that can watch me and tell me that the daddy gave them $1 million and, it was just $1 million is a spoiled child. But he's a darling. You understand? He do good stuff for all you over there. I was watching. He do good stuff for y'all. Do I believe in Jesus? I believe in the prophet Jesus. I believe that the prophet Jesus existed at some point in time and walked the earth. I just don't believe in perpetuating the same archaic practices of yesteryear. Can I give you $1 million? Yeah, you can give me $1 million. As long as that $1 million is like in service from you. I I ain't feeling proud of myself yet. I'll still give myself time to feel proud of myself because I have real high standards for myself now. So I glad that you proud of me, and I will keep working to like achieve and hold on to that. But I'm not proud of myself yet. Yeah, my name come from perpetual. It's an English word. Perpetuate is that the adjective? I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. What you mean refreshing? That I refer to him as a prophet. That what he is. You got kids? Yes, I have one daughter. Good night, Shay. Positive vibes for real. What you say? This one who bought monthly money, sir. Message me in my inbox, please. You're having some problem. I wouldn't tell you something because it's after midnight, right? And if all you tell me anything about this tomorrow, I will pretend like I never say fucking nothing, right? Me and Motley ain't thief your money, dog. You obsessed with fucking me and Motley, right? You ain't get teeth out or anything like that. You're still walking and talking and functioning. Figure out who you're really obsessed with and why you're attracted to me and Motley, and you'll get your money back. I never say that. If I ever had mental health issues before I was sick, no. No, I never had any mental health issues. What school did I attend? I attended Tunapuna Presbyterian, Bishop's Anstey High School East, UE School of Continuing Studies, CETAL College. At least ain't saying it's $1 million me and Motley steal from me. At least the number one dog. If I think mental health is passed down, doctors say it is passed down through generations. Or like if your family member have it, then you're more susceptible to having it. I do have a family member who passed away. Well, she didn't pass away. She was murdered because of her condition. Because the man that she was with couldn't tolerate her behavior. But anyway, I have a family member who suffered with it. So I was more susceptible to it. And yeah, so I believe when they say that if you have a family member with it, it is easy to happen to you. I aspire to be a good person. So if you're feeling that vibe out of my thanks, I appreciate your observation. Alright, Olia. So it has been an hour that I was on this live. I would like to thank you all for your questions and your comments and all.